Whenever I think about deep sea diving, I think of Kinga.
I do too.
Because she's always diving somewhere, right?
Always doing something awesome. Our favorite adventure traveler, Kinga Phillips, is here to talk about a place very close to home with some fantastic diving. Socorro Island.
Yeah,
Hi.
it's part of the Revalijado Archipelago.
You got it first. Say hi, Kinga.
Hi, Kinga.
Hi, guys.
And then
yes,
where?
please
It's
take
part
it.
of the Revalijado Archipelago. Yes.
That is actually correct. But for the rest of
He's not
us,
making it up.
He's not. But for the rest of us, we call it the Socorro Islands
Much
because
easier.
no one outside of fluent Spanish speakers can pronounce
say
it.
that.
I don't even know who Revalijado is.
I'm
but
sure
I'm
he was
sure he was
amazing.
a filthy man who discovered this island and was thirsty for blood and ended up on a rock in the middle of the ocean, right?
And then,
And that's what they are.
Here is this. Okay, so tell me about it. It's close to home.
It is close to home for those of us in Southern California, especially. So you fly to Baja, you go out of Cabo, and it's a 9 to 11 day live aboard. So it's 250 miles off the coast of Baja, which is why it's so awesome, because it's pretty unheard of outside of the dive community, which means that it is like biomass for days. You've got dolphins, you've got whales, you've got sharks, you've got schooling fish, and you jump in and it's like jumping into an aquarium. You look around, you're like whale shark, tiger shark, schooling Galapagos sharks, manta rays.
Wow.
Dolphins pose in photos with you.
Stop it.
Not joking.
Because
I
they're
have
not
a
sure
photo
what you
for
are,
it.
right? They're looking at you like, hey,
Yeah.
I think this person has a camera.
Yes, well that's why, because this area is so untouched that the animals don't know to be scared. So the dolphins will come up and they'll look you in the face, they'll click, they'll spin, they'll play with you.
Wow.
It's a
Isn't
diver's
that interesting?
paradise.
You would think, though, that they would be terrified because they don't. I mean, so not a lot of people know about this place. Is it fairly remote?
It is pretty remote. So it takes you 24 hours to get there on the boat, and then it's a series of islands on the
Archipelago, the Revalijado.
Yeah.
Do you need the
Archipelago means a
pronunciation
series
again?
of islands, right?
It is a
It's
series of islands.
It's like the Channel Islands.
Yes, so Socorro is actually one of the islands, but there are multiple islands.
Okay.
So you take the live aboard. I went on the Solmar 5. You're out there. This boat takes 22 people. There are other boats, the Vortex, which would be to your liking. I believe it takes 12. It's like the floating Four Seasons.
Yeah, that would be more
Champagne.
like.
So
whole
it's
thing.
champagne,
Yes.
the whole thing.
Yes.
So you dive all day long. You do 3 or 4 dives a day in all these different locations, and the water is warm. It's spectacular. They call it the Galapagos of the North, and it's the largest marine sanctuary in North America. It's a
Wow.
UNESCO World Heritage Site. Like it has all these credentials, yet most people outside of the dive world have never heard of it. But it is spectacular.
Can you go? I mean, if you're not a diver, is it something worth seeing, or is it better? Is
Can you
it?
snorkel?
Yeah, I mean.
You could probably see a good bit snorkeling. We had a free diver with us. Of course, he would go down to 106 feet and hang out there for 4
Jeez.
minutes, and the rest of us are gulping air going, wow, buddy, thanks for making us look
Bad, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could snorkel, but you wouldn't have as much fun. In all honesty, scuba diving is the thing to do there. And they don't have requirements. You can just be open water. My friends who went with me, I think, had like 5 dives under their belt. However, I wouldn't recommend that because it is pretty advanced diving with currents and open ocean, and you've got to be able to, if you drift away, to inflate, we call it the safety sausage, and have them come find you. And it's a wonderful team of people, and you have great master divers, but to be comfortable and to really enjoy it.
Is there any way to get on the island? Is the island just not even part of the trip?
It's not, and the islands are protected, which is wonderful. So in 2017, when it became a marine sanctuary, there's going to be no mining, no like drilling for resources, nothing of the sort, including no hotels on the islands.
Wow.
There's
Wow.
also one airstrip on one of the islands that a plane may or may not be able to land in just only during the day. So it's also an area of self-stewardship. When you're out there 18 hours away from help, 24 hours away from help, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And so these boats, these liveaboards, are they fairly available? Is it hard to book? Do you have to book 3
expensive?
years out, or is it too expensive?
Well, it's definitely a luxury trip. So most of these on the Solmar 5, the average cost is about $4,000. But that includes your trip out there. You have your own private bathroom, you have your own private room. It's beautiful. It's honestly all of your meals. The chefs on board are fantastic. The Vortex is more in the price range of about $10,000, but it's half the people, and I'm telling you guys, it is the floating Four Seasons. It is you.
Now you're
would love
singing
it.
my tune.
You would love it. Yeah. So it's a luxury luxury trip, but it is
But it's
absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
So
wow,
I need
fantastic.
to learn how to dive, check, so I can get to Socorro on the floating Four Seasons.
So,
Yes.
in
Got
your
it.
view, this is unspoiled. It's just pristine. Huh?
It is.
Yeah.
You school
You
the
don't
sharks.
find that very
That's
often.
beautiful.
You really don't.
Yeah.
And it's so close.
It
So
is
close
for
to us.
us. It's our
Great.
backyard
All right.
practically.
Kinga, thanks
Thanks,
for coming.
Kinga.
My pleasure.
Fantastic.